Palantir is under $8. Is it time to buy? Yes, indeed. Not financial advice. Yes, in today's video, we will look a bit about what Palantir is doing currently to help you invest in this company for the long term, what's making the money. We're going to look at the new AIP, the artificial intelligence platform they've created. And we're also going to look at the UK war crimes partnership with Ukraine and see how that all is going to help Palantir skyrocket to the moon. Yes, well, Palantir, of course, why is the stock dropping at the moment? Like, a lot of the news at the moment has been very popular, and why is Palantir keep getting forgotten about? Well, first of all, Wall Street does not like Palantir as yet. The time is coming, it's probably going to come within the next year, that Wall Street will have to buy Palantir. Once Palantir becomes in the top 500 companies in the world, it's not quite there, but when it bounces to there, Palantir, they will start added to the ETFs. Once it's added to that, then you will see Palantir stock start to considerably go up. But at the moment, it's a misunderstood stock. Most people find it too complex to the business model. They don't understand the foundry, the Gotham. They don't understand the AI space. So there's a lot of things, and it's not just Palantir. There's other companies out there in the same space. So Palantir is one of the bigger companies, but there are other companies out there. So Palantir is still working through the market share of this. Obviously, profitability is not quite there yet, even though GAAP profitability has arrived. We haven't seen it at the bottom line. And once the profitability comes into the bottom line, expect Palantir stock to double just like that. Once profitability, it could 4x. I mean, Palantir will really start to skyrocket once people know it's profitable. Now, people are saying, well, it's been around a long time and it hasn't been profitable. Well, I'm telling you now, it is coming, and it's coming in a big way. And when Palantir goes pop, you would have wished you were in now before the stock rises to $100 or more. And really, Palantir could possibly be a game-changing company. Whether it can really go to the moon will depend on their execution as a business and continue to get more and more profit share of their products. Just looking at Palantir's revenue of recent years, 2020 was 1.09 billion, 2021 1.5 billion, 2022 1.9 billion. Where is it going to end up in 2023? Can it skyrocket to 2.5 billion? It's a possibility, or even more. And then in 2025, can it go to 10 billion? I'm expecting soon it will start to double. And if it starts to double its revenue each year, this is where a company can skyrocket. Whether it can happen, I'm not sure. But Palantir, if it can really get some of these bigger companies involved, danger signs for other companies. They really have some big companies already involved with Amazon and Microsoft and other companies involved already. If they can get more, this is a big thing for you Palantir shareholders out there. Well, let's have a look at the new AIP technologies, so the artificial intelligence platform. We're just going to give you a bit of a synopsis of what this is for people out there that don't know. So the artificial intelligence platform combines machine learning technology that they have that Palantir have developed for individuals and the industrial and military partners, with the latest and large language model that has recently captured public attention for customers across the commercial and government space. Every large organization will be looking into this company. So basically you're looking at the artificial intelligence, so the computer side, and basically on the other side is the machine learning, so all the language learning. So this is all the brain, but in terms of computer, they can analyze the data quicker than a human and spit out an answer for you quicker, which you can already see when you speak on Google and all that. It's that sort of similar technology. So this is where we're heading. So more companies start using API to see where they can enhance their business performance. That is where this is where the data analysis is starting to come in, and the AI technology. It's in virtually 90% of companies will use this sort of technology within the next 10 years, no doubt about it. There'll be some companies that don't need it, but I would say in the future 90% of companies will be using artificial intelligence in some form, and which could lead to job losses for some people, but that is good for the profits of the company. So this first version of AIP, which will be the fourth kilometer in this company, with the platforms of Gotham, Foundry, and Apollo already created. It's still under development, but it's expected to be available in initial stages to set strategic partners to try this out in the coming weeks, and expected by the end of May to be there. And they'll probably have a trial period to just work on it, make sure it's all working well before they let it out to the whole sector. And to just to make it a bit more in-depth analysis just for you, there's about three sectors to the AIP, the artificial intelligence platform. So you've got the language model, which will be on a private network using your own data, and there'll be nothing else on it. Now that is going to be the question for Palantir going forward, to make sure that this is not hacked into and someone steals it. That is going to be a big factor in the future. That's going to be obviously something Palantir is always working on now, and it's going to be, because there's always cyber attacks on everything, so this is something they're going to have to keep information private. The second part of the sector here is the data can analyze itself and know when it needs human interaction to make decisions, human input. So that's whether it's data sensitivity, laws and regulations, and so forth. So that's just the little parts there. And also you got the third sector, the language model activity. So how has it been controlled? How has it been governed? Who's trusting it? So which employees get what access to the information? So the company can pick and choose who gets access to this technology, and some they get restricted, and some that don't need it at all. So that's all things companies will have to work on going towards the future. So obviously AI platform is on the way up, and it's definitely going to be something for Palantir to really grow, and they're going to have to continue to work on this technology to make it bigger. And this technology is going to come over to the war on Russia. Yes, the war crimes. Yes, the big news has come out the last day or two about Palantir has announced a landmark agreement with Prosecutor General Office of Ukraine. Yes, which will enable investigators on the ground and across Europe to share, integrate, and process all key data relating to 780,000 and more regulated war crimes from Russia to the UK. This announcement signals a deeper understanding and deeper input from Palantir, support for the Ukraine resistance against Russian aggression, with the company already helping Ukraine military and supporting the resettlement of refugees in the UK, Poland, and Lithuania. This basically means for Palantir shareholders here that you will never work with Russia. That's one guarantee. They're not going to work with Russia. They're completely an enemy, so you'll never see Russia, so there's going to be no growth in that area of the world for Palantir, so you can forget about that. So it won't be world domination for Palantir. Ukraine and allies and other countries can use this detailed information, get it analysed quickly to figure out their next move on how to win this battle on the war crimes. And if it works out well, obviously more military governments might start using Palantir, which will give them a bigger market share around the world. So if Palantir gets more word of mouth and we see it grow more and more into a more global company instead of just mainly America with a little bit of global, if they really blow out globally, Palantir's stock price will fly high. and you will see that in the revenue and net income going forward. The OPG, War Crime Register documents, record all the incidents of all the war crimes on conflicts on Ukraine. The majority relates to all the destruction of property, civil infrastructure, residential apartments, which is all uploaded onto the Palantir software, fused with the data of all the bad things that have happened, all the real bad things. I won't go into words about this, but this is the stuff that can analyze, so the country can fight the war against terror. So Palantir, going forward, what's going to happen with Palantir? Obviously AIP platform is here to stay, and it's going to be something that's going to build and build and build. And what other new products are Palantir working on that is going to help them grow more and more? They obviously need more companies to get on board and get those more billion-dollar contracts to keep coming in. If they continue to come there, then you're going to expect the stock to rise and rise and rise. So that's enough for me about Palantir. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel and share this video to all your friends that want to understand more about Palantir. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you at the next video.